Here with Harding head coach Tim Kirby, the Lady Bisons pick up an 11-point win over Southern Arkansas tonight. In the first half, a little bit of a slow start, but then a big run by the Lady Bisons kind of give you a cushion there in the first half. What was going on during that part of the game?
Well, they played us a zone the whole game, so anytime you're playing that, you got to kind of figure out where the gaps are and where the soft spots are, and they're really athletic. They can close the gaps pretty quick on you if you don't attack them. And I thought early in the game we were just kind of feeling it out, and I thought for about a 10-minute stretch we were really good against it. It helps when you get stops because that helps in transition. It opens the floor up just a little bit. If they're scoring and they're getting back on defense and they're set, it makes it a whole lot tougher. Yeah. But I was really proud of the way we kind of figured it out and started getting into some rhythm a little bit. We got some inside baskets, knocked down some threes. Neither team got to the free throw line very many times, so it wasn't one of those where you're creating shots that way. You got to make baskets, and I thought we did a pretty good job of that for about a 10-minute stretch there in the first half. The second half, I think missed free throws was probably the biggest issue there. We turned it over a few times that were kind of unforced turnovers, trying to make plays. But if we make our free throws, it changes the whole dynamic of the game, and it kind of gave them an opening, and they got wide-eyed, and they were just attacking us. I mean, they were driving it down our throats, and I thought we did a pretty good job of keeping them from making too big of a run.
Big road trips coming up. What are your thoughts going into that?
You know, everybody talks about the Alva and Southwestern Weatherford trip. Just the distance of it is a little bit of a factor, but everybody goes out there and spends the night, so that takes a little bit of that out of it. You're just a long ways from home. You're playing against a couple teams that I think are playing pretty well. Northwestern playing really well. Southwestern, I think, have won a couple in a row, and we'll get ready for both of them the first part of this week. Anytime you're playing two on the road, that day in between, you don't get a whole lot done.
Right.
So you've got to prepare a little bit for your Saturday game, but you can't be thinking about that game. You've got to be ready to play the Thursday game too. So that makes it just an interesting road trip. You're playing two good teams. They're well coached, and probably a lot similar to the last two games, which were very stressful to us. Right. Both teams have a lot of guards, which means we got big players that are having to cover the drive, and that just makes you have to be a little more disciplined, a little bit tougher, do some things that are kind of out of your comfort zone. And I thought tonight we did a pretty good job of that. You know, Ariel has to get out there and cover some 5'9" guards, and I thought she did a really good job tonight, keeping people from getting to the basket.
Well, congratulations. That was a great win at home and in a tough battle, and so congrats on the victory.
Thanks.
All right. Here with Montana Lewis, the Lady Bisons pick up an 11-point home win over Southern Arkansas. The team got off to a little bit of a slow start, but you go on a big run early and kind of open it up before halftime. What was the key to that big run?
Mainly just settling down. We started off really antsy and just trying to force stuff where it didn't need to be forced, and they really spread their defensive zone, and so it really just took us, hey, we're okay, like we just need to slow down and play our game, and we finally started clicking.
Southern Arkansas has improved so much since the first time we saw them. What kind of challenges did they present to you guys tonight?
They're a really athletic team. They're all very long, and they can cover so much of the floor just with their athleticism and with their length, and so they have that really working for them, and they're playing with a lot of confidence now. So they provided a lot of challenges that we had to overcome tonight just with their fastness and us having to really figure out where we were going to pass it instead of just throwing it.
The road trip coming up, 5 out of our last 7 on the road. Do you guys kind of look forward to that at this point in the season?
A little bit. I mean, you kind of take for granted playing at home and having all of your home court advantages with you, and going on the road, it's so different, and it's really you really have to come together as a team because that's all you have. You know, we have a few of our awesome fans that come with us, but for the most part, it's just us. We have to create our own atmosphere, and so it's really fun. It's really a good time for us to come together as one and play together and win.
Well,
hopefully.
you had a great win tonight, and congratulations.
Thank you.
All right.